is very real, right? Very real, scary and silent. But there's other things that are kind of happening that are appearing like anxiety and depression and mood disorders that maybe aren't necessarily anxiety and depression, but risk factors for them. So I want to uncover a few of them for you. So, vitamin B12. Like, I'm just going to flick up a few of the studies that I've looked at. Who's at risk of low vitamin B12? Vegans and vegetarians. Do I discriminate against them? Absolutely not. I don't discriminate against gluten-free or dairy-free or vegans or vegetarians. What I'm saying is these people need to be very aware and need to be looking at these things. If people are appearing like they have mental health disorders, they need to be tested for this. And any good GP should allow that testing. We know that there's an association between dietary patterns and mental health in early adolescence. I mean, the information is all out there. The gut biome and dietary psychiatric, a focus on depression. The link between thyroid, and I stopped, remember earlier, thyroid and depression. I cannot tell you the number of people that say to me, Michele, I've been on antidepressants for 5 years. This antidepressant has blunted me, made me gain weight. I have no libido because of the antidepressant. And no one ever checked my thyroid. Check your thyroid. Good quality breakfast associated with better mental health in adolescence. Again, there's a lot of studies out there. We know this, right? Psychiatric disorders and iron deficiencies. This is huge. 19 out of 20 of our women, females that will come into our practice will have very low iron stores. A doctor might look at the blood pathology and go, oh, you're within range. I'm always looking at low end of range. It needs to be boosted. We know that low iron has very, very big biochemical pathway links to dopamine and to neurotransmitters and things that are in the mental health space. Low iron leads to heavy periods. Heavy periods leads to low iron. Young women go around and around and around in this vicious circle, often come to our practice. They say, we're about to go on antidepressants and medication. And I go, that's fine, but not until we do your blood test and iron stores. Put them on an iron supplement, 6 weeks, have them come back into clinic. How you going? Do you want me to talk to your doctor today about whatever you're going to do, the Lexapro, whatever? No, I'm actually feeling a bit better. Really? I cannot even tell you how often this happens. Very, very big for people to be looking at that. Who is at risk? A lot of people are at risk of low iron, but particularly vegans and vegetarians. And then this, we should all be so proud of this, and it makes me cry, is Deakin University. The top, most gold standard trial in the area of depression came out of Deakin University this year with the most amazing Professor Felice Jacka, who I've been on stage with many times, mad researcher. The randomized controlled trial, if any of you know these kind of trials, this is the gold standard. The whole entire world is looking at this study right now. Dietary improvements with adults with major depression called the SMILES trial. It is awesome, and it is going to rock the whole psychiatric world because finally we are able to prove, because a lot of people want the proof, they want the research, that there are big links between this, and that's awesome. That is so awesome because we know that mental health is multifactorial, right? It's stress, it's lifestyle, it's genetics, it's virus. Mental health is so many things that we can't control, but we can control what we eat. How amazing is that, just to be able to go, okay, if I can help with 1% or 5%, that's 1% or 5% we never had before. Awesome. Okay, let's have a quick look at some case studies, and then we're going to do a day in your life. And I show the case studies to get you thinking about your own health, okay? So we've got Chelsea, teacher, 2 children. She has toast on the run in the morning. This is probably not unlike many of us. She has a coffee, she has a muffin, a healthy muffin, a salad for lunch, just a green salad with a little bit of protein in it, and like a can of tuna like that big, right? By the afternoon, by 5 o'clock, she said she's so starving, she wants to chew her fingers off. I said, I understand, I get that. She has a bit of wine, and then she said it's all downhill. She said, then I go for the chocolate and sometimes more wine. And she's saying this sheepishly to me, and I'm like, Chelsea, I understand. I was that person. I totally get that, and that's okay. She said she was really concerned about being anxious, moody, tired, lack of concentration, very heavy periods. She'd like to lose 40 kilos before her 45th birthday, and her blood sugar was all over the place. Well, that's no surprise. She was eating a whole lot of twigs and not a lot of fat and protein. Do you see this picture a lot in yourself, your friends, your people you love, right? This is the normal person, right? This is normal. So what did we do with Chelsea? First of all, we started to get her eat 3 meals. 3 meals that are satiating. Food should not be a fear. You can eat an abundance of vegetables and protein and fat and not be gaining weight. When it's whole, real food, there's no sugar in that kind of stuff. The thing about making fat, protein, and your carbs tasty is adding spice to them. So I said, Chelsea, stop fearing the fact that you're going to skip meals, because that's dumb. Skipping meals